One of the most frequent comments SPEC here is either A, I thought it was illegal for puppies to be sold in pet shops, or B, I didn't realise that puppy farms existed anymore. Sadly, puppy farms do still exist, and sadder still, they are more prolific than ever. Historically, we have seen the majority of puppy farms in West Wales and Southern Ireland. But increasingly, we are finding puppies imported from Eastern European countries to be sold in UK pet shops and dealer networks trading via the internet. These imports are driving the cost of puppies down, meaning that the UK puppy farmers have to produce more and more puppies to continue trading in this competitive marketplace. The puppy trade is growing at a rapid rate, despite the efforts of organisations such as SPEC to raise awareness of the plight of those left behind. The trade is moving quickly towards becoming part of the fast-moving consumer goods umbrella, as the breeder is afforded high volumes, low contribution margins, extensive distribution networks, high stock turnover. These are living beings with emotional and physical needs. Unlike other fast-moving consumer goods, these little mites are not covered by any kite mark or quality control. Few question where they come from or the conditions they are bred into. For those who do inquire, they are assured they are sourced from licensed breeders. We have no doubt about that. We have seen the licensed breeding kennels, and in a lot of cases there is little or no difference between those who are licensed and those who are not. For the consumer, they get a product that serves their impulse purchase needs. The majority of pet shops accept all credit cards, so with a flash of the plastic and very little thought to the ongoing costs involved with the new purchase, any Tom, Dick or Harry can instantly be responsible for a life. We have witnessed the queues of customers waiting at the pet shop for a new delivery. We have seen the young mothers wheeling their kids into the shops to coo and fuss the puppies like some macabre seaside sideshow. We have watched as customers have rushed into the viewing area and have spent less than 60 seconds choosing a life that they will be responsible for the next 14 years or so. Except, it's unlikely to be 14 years. Many of the puppies would be lucky if they make it to 14 weeks. These puppies are often born into kennel cough and parvo-infected farms. Their weak little bodies and poor immune systems afford little chance of survival. And what are the lucky ones that do survive? Are they really that lucky? In this modern throwaway society, impulse purchase puppies often find themselves in the free ads, being sold cheap or free to a good home. Lovely cute puppy, no longer able to look after due to, well, you can take your pick. Relationship split, forced to move, doesn't match new furniture. The list of excuses is endless and we have heard them all. What happens to those puppies? It makes me shudder to think. Back into the breeding cycle at best, or even worse, into the dog-fighting community and used for bait. When the term puppy farm is mentioned, you may envisage idyllic, tranquil farms set in rolling countryside. This may well be true, but the puppies and breeding stock rarely see the light of day. Typically, the breeding stocks are kept in large sheds, very often with no ventilation or windows to let in the light. These places can be stifling hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter. However, this does not stop the breeding bitches being forced to breed from every season. The environment the dogs live in is appalling, with little food, dirty or no water, cramped spaces, insufficient bedding and insanitary conditions, meaning that the dogs are forced to lie in their own defecation and urine. Many of the breeding stock are suffering from congenital disorders such as eye problems, heart disease and hip dysplasia, which are passed on to the puppies, although not always apparent to the unsuspecting buyer. Not only are there health implications here, but there are behavioural aspects to be taken into consideration, as puppies bred in these conditions without proper socialisation and habituation to everyday encounters may be forever fearful. A puppy farmer will rarely invite you to visit the premises, and there's a very good reason for that. They don't want you to see where they keep the puppies and dogs. They will sell to pet shops or to a network of dealers, offer to meet you halfway, or to deliver a puppy under the guise of doing a home check. Puppy farmers are not about to waste money either. If a bitch is having problems with birth, it is not unusual for the farmer to perform a crude caesarean section themselves. Once the usefulness of the breeding bitch has reached its end, there is no comfortable, dignified retirement home, not even the big blue needle. Why pay for that when a shovel to the head will reach the same conclusion? On August the 6th, 1991, Tim Berners-Lee unwittingly opened the largest pet shop in the world, the internet. From that point on, the puppy trade has been able to strengthen and grow along with other atrocities such as dogfighting rings, organised crime, paedophilia and other such unsavoury activities. It's not all bad news though. It is the power of the internet that has brought us all together today. I imagine that each and every one of us have met new friends and forged lifelong relationships. These relationships, with no doubt, will be with like-minded people, people who care about the same things that we care about. The internet has united us and made all of our causes so much easier to fight and expose, and none of us are on our own anymore. We can use our newfound friendships to join arms to continue to fight, to continue to educate, and to continue to expose, one by one, until there are none.